Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. Today's topic is what is a limit point of a set and the derived set of a given set. What is a limit point of a set and the derived set of a given set? To study this, we will learn the definitions of a limit point of a set and derived set, and we will go in detail with the examples. Right. Limit point of a set. Let S is a non-empty subset of the set of real numbers capital R. A real number L is said to be a limit point of a set S if every neighborhood of L contains an infinite number of members of capital S. Thus, L is a limit point of a set if for any neighborhood capital N of L, N intersection S is an infinite set. Okay. Now the another form of the definition will be a real number L is said to be a limit point of a set S, which is a subset of set of real values, if every neighborhood of L contains at least one member of S other than L. A limit point is also called as a cluster point or a condensation point or an accumulation point. These are the different terminologies for the limit point of a set. Now what is a derived set? Once we are familiar with this limit point of a set, then it is easy to say the definition of a derived set. So derived set is nothing but the set of all limit points of a set S is called the derived set of S, and it is denoted by S dash. Okay. Now see some notes on this limit points of a set. A limit point of a set may or may not be a member of the set. By the definition of the limit point, that a finite set cannot have a limit point, and an infinite set may or may not possess a limit point. In fact, a set may have no limit point, or a unique limit point, or a finite number of limit points, or an infinite number of limit points. Okay. Now let us see some examples on limit point of a set and a derived set of a given set. Okay. First example is the set of integers capital Z has no limit point. Why? Because for a neighborhood L minus 1 by 2 comma L plus 1 by 2 of L contains no point of L other than L, because the set of integers does not contain the fractional numbers, so that the set of integers has no limit point. If the set of integers has no limit points, then the derived set will be empty. Thus, the derived set of Z is null set, that is Z dash is equal to pi. Very good. Now see the second example. Every point of capital R, the set of real numbers, is a limit point. Why? Because for every neighborhood of any of its points contains an infinite number of members of capital R. Therefore, the derived set of R is itself, that is R dash is equal to R. Very good. Now see the next example. Every point of Q, the set of rational numbers, is a limit point. Why? Because between any two rational numbers there exists an infinite number of rational numbers. Further we can notice that every irrational number is also a limit point of Q, because for any two irrationals there are infinitely many rationals. Thus every real number is a limit point of Q. Therefore the derived set of Q is nothing but capital R. That is, Q dash is equal to R. Take the another example. Every point of the closed interval a comma b is its limit point, and a point not belonging to the interval is not a limit point. Thus the derived set of the closed interval a comma b, that is, closed interval a comma b dash is equal to closed interval a comma b. So in this way we can see number of examples based on the limit point of a given set and the derived set of a given set. So I will give some more examples which will be helpful for your examination, especially in set examination. Consider the set A and the derived set of A, which is nothing but A dash. First one, Z, the set of integers, just we have learned, which is pi. 2. Open interval a comma b, half open, half closed and half open, and closed intervals of a comma b is nothing but closed interval a comma b. Set of all 1 by n, where n belongs to the set of natural numbers, is the singleton set 0. 4. Q, the set of rationals, just we have studied. Yes, the set of reals, capital R. 2 power minus m plus 5 power minus n, where m and n belongs to the set of natural numbers, whose derived set is set of all 2 power minus m, where m belongs to natural numbers, union 5 power minus n, where n belongs to set of natural numbers, union singleton set 0. Next, 6th, minus 1 whole to the power of m plus 1 by n, such that m comma n belongs to the set of natural numbers whose derived set is minus 1 comma 1. Next, minus 1 whole to the power of n by 1 plus 1 by n, such that n belongs to set of natural numbers whose derived set is minus 1 comma 1. Next, the empty set whose derived set is empty. And 9th one, 1 plus minus 1 whole to the power of n by n, such that n belongs to natural numbers is singleton set 1. Next, 10th one, 1 plus minus 1 whole to the power of n by n, such that n belongs to the natural numbers is singleton set 0. Next one, 2 power n plus 1 by 2 power n, where n belongs to set of natural numbers is pi, empty set. Okay, next the interval is a comma infinity, whose derived set is a comma infinity itself. Next, 1 plus 1 by 2 power n, where n belongs to the set of natural numbers whose derived set is 1. And finally 1 by n, where n belongs to set of natural numbers where n not equal to 0, which is nothing but set of all minus 1 comma 1. My dear friends, I have taken all these examples from the Mathematical Analysis 4th edition, S.C. Malik and Savita Arora. Thank you my dear viewers for watching the videos. Please subscribe our channel to get more knowledge. Thank you.